Hello everyone, Shadowfire here and alive! It is 24 degrees Celsius outside and I am cooking alive. You read the title, let's talk about creation story. I'm not sure if I explained this before, but this series isn't only to tell creation story, but also to set up the ground rules for my FNAF AU. I also want to say that I really appreciate the support you all give me. Really, it's heartwarming. And I probably wouldn't have kept going without you, so thank you all. And I apologize slightly because I have a new microphone and I'm still not that comfortable being, talking to people and, knowing someone's listening. Anyway, so let's address some things from chapter 1 and maybe you will understand a few things. First, the old plushie found by Willow at page 15, 16, and at page 20. It was originally a plot point, but I changed my mind. It was supposed to be Creation's plushie, but you won't see it ever again, since I scrapped that idea. But what I wanted to do with it still matters. It's still relevant. It can still count if you prefer. On page 16, Willow examined the plushie, and as pointed by Erica's job creation, there is a figure behind the word familiar. With the info I gave you, there should be enough of a hint. Throughout the entire series, more specifically on page 11, 12, and 13, Mary hates Willow, and beat her on those specific pages. She hates animatronics, nightmares, and puppets. But she is nice to humantronics because she is speciesist, so it explains her hatred for Willow. For Dusk and Willow's relationship, it's not a platonic one. They are married, but the term used is mate because Duskcloud is a nightmare and Willow decided to get married in his family and ditch out her own for reasons. Page 13 to 35, we can see Milo bullying Blue, who is a nightmare. Fearing and hating the nightmare species is sadly very common. And with his father's job, that says a lot. That includes the reason for Julie to associate monsters with nightmare. Blue and red can be seen on page 30 to 35. They are of course the Freddles of Nightmare Freddy. They are pretty used to that kind of situation, so not much worries here. We can see how aggressive creation is towards humans on page 39 to 44. He won't care about who or what they are. If you're human, he will kill you. He despises humans as much as he fears them. On page 42, with George, we get a glimpse of his boss, and yes, this is William Afton. It won't be the last we see of them, that's for sure. The ending now. Oh boy, what a story. Initially, it was supposed to be a good ending, with everyone finding creation, and the second chapter would have been about helping him, but I scrapped it. And then some other familiar endings I scrapped as well. And while doing some world building, I noticed something. And yes, I know most of you would have wanted a good, happy ending for creation, but it wasn't. I realized something. It wouldn't have fit my universe nor his actual story, and how dark my world can be. So a quicker but clear ending was chosen. And you guys liked it a lot, and didn't seem to expect it that much. It seems to have taken a few of you back. Taken back a few of you. Oh shit. And now what you were waiting for, an update on chapter 2. I work really hard on it. It's still not complete, but I think giving you an update is necessary. It will still be a nice series, but I have more scripted events, and the story I will stick to. And I'll make sure to take more time on events instead of cutting it out or putting it aside, make everything last a bit longer. Creation will completely be the focus, because I thought that there was a real lack of creation during chapter 1. And there will also be a lot of new faces, or well, whole faces, for the story. And I already have the ending plan. And you're gonna be surprised by it when you see it. Just need to finish the characters, some plan, and then we should be good to go. In the meantime, you will know when it's soon to be finished, because there will probably be a few spin painting in there, some character show, and maybe some animation if I don't lose motivation for anything, because it's hard to keep motivation for an animation, at least for me. I'm not really used to that yet, but I'll read it one day. I hope you liked the video and are as excited as I am about the future of the series. Don't forget that you matter and have a wonderful time. Ta-ta!